Today I thought we would do a video on dispelling a number of
myths,
nutrition and
I guess you can just go common diet practices which you hear, like sort of like fear mongering in a way.
Right. So the first one, I'll show you that. So we've all seen this little meme going on social media about the can of Diet Coke and what happens when you drink a can of Diet Coke.
Or any sort of sugar-free soft drink.
Exactly right.
In a way.
And that, it's a horrible thing that's going to kill half the Earth's population. All right, so I'll go through about what the meme says and then the analysis dispelling that. All right? So it'll say, I'll get cancer because it has aspartame. Now, how many times have we heard that? Whereas there is no reliable meta-analysis linking aspartame to cancer.
Or any artificial sweeteners.
No, I challenge you to find some. You can find everyone carrying on about that it causes cancer, but you can't find any valuable...
linking data.
Linking data. Now, and the other thing is, look, think about this really sensibly. If there was, and if there was substantial evidence showing that it linked it to cancer, you wouldn't be able to use it. They wouldn't be able to put it into products.
And if you did, they'd have a warning on it. And if they didn't have a warning on it, you can sue.
That's right. Exactly right. Just like on cigarettes, there's a warning saying that it's going to kill you.
Yeah, and they can.
Yeah, exactly right.
Don't smoke.
The other thing is it says it'll trick my brain into releasing insulin, which will give me type 2 diabetes. Now, just because you release insulin doesn't mean you get type 2 diabetes.
No.
But Diet Coke contains no calories, it contains no sugar, therefore there is no insulin response. Impossible to have one. And nothing tricks your brain. Your brain's a lot smarter than that.
Your brain controls you.
One can of Diet Coke will destroy my gut health and lead to disease.
So will alcohol.
Excessive overconsumption may negatively impact gut health and microbiome, but moderate consumption will not. And excessive consumption is
litres a day. I need people who do drink 2 to 3 litres of Coke a day.
Look, and it doesn't matter what it is. If you consume it, it can lead to problems. Not just Diet Coke. I heard you can clean silver with Diet Coke, so it must be bad. A silver coin does not replicate the human anatomy. Now, I've heard this so many times. The thing is that if I took out some of your stomach acid, put it into a glass and dropped a coin in it, overnight it would most probably disappear. Does that mean your stomach acid is deadly to you? Well, it can be if it leaks out through a hole in your gut. You can die, but what's that called? An ulcer.
It's like that.
It can cause all sorts of problems. So, holy shit, The thing is that you can there was a thing about Coke being used to clean blood. You can clean Coke with detergent as well. I mean, blood with detergent and water and so many other things as well. All right. And the last one was that Diet Coke will make me fat compared to these, and we've got things like
your iced teas, and your
things
what else is up there? Like your fruit juices, like you buy?
Iced coffees, chocolate milks. And again, Diet Coke has 0 calories and 0 sugar, which is significantly less than those products. So,
I think the takeaway from this one is, have your Diet Coke, have your sugar-free drinks, but have it in moderation.
Look, I think everything in moderation, yes.
Oh yeah, exactly.
But 1 can of Diet Coke isn't going to kill you. Or lead to cancer, all these other things. All right, moving right along. All right, the next one I've got here is keto and brain function. Now, a lot of advocates of keto diets say that an advantage of a keto diet is that you have more cognitive function. You feel mentally more alert, etc. Now, there was a test done in 2019 that compared cognitive function in people that were on ketogenic diet versus a high carbohydrate diet using various well-validated tests. What they did was the authors found that there was no difference in response time or accuracy of response between groups in visual learning and memory, working memory, vigilance, and executive function. So there was virtually no difference, and these graphs here show they're all pretty even. Like there's even, versus keto diet versus a high carb
Yep.
diet. So the results pretty well, takeaway from this was that the results show that ketogenic diets are not superior for mental performance as many have been claiming.
No, but ketogenic diet was actually created to combat, I think it was like seizures in children. This was due to how the brain assimilates sugar and how your brain activates on sugar. This was only for children with having seizures and that.
But there has been proven, and if you have got epilepsy or know someone on epilepsy, get them to look at ketogenic diet and research on ketogenic diet and epilepsy, because there's a lot of research showing that a ketogenic diet can prevent seizures.
Yes, it's very good for how the brain functions on using fats instead of sugars.
Yep.
However, people only have those clear, like, I don't feel foggy-minded anymore. It's because their bodies has become so insulin dependent that the minute they would have a carbohydrate, their blood sugar would spike to crazy amounts, releasing all this insulin, and yet they've got the sugar's gone, the insulin's got nothing to do. So that's why they get that brain fog.
Yeah.
So, but above all, ketogenic diets do not help cognitive function in terms of memory, alertness, anything like that.
No.
Yeah.
All right, moving right along. Insulin and protein. How many times have we heard that?
Yep.
That carbohydrates will produce a higher insulin response. Stick with high protein, low carbohydrates, keep your insulin level stable, etc., etc. So this was a study done in 1997. So this is quite a while ago.
Yeah.
And looked at the insulin index between isocaloric foods. The insulin index is a measure of the insulin response within 2 hours after a test food. So they did two compares. So one was between beef and bread, and one was between fish and rice. So the beef and the bread had pretty much the same insulin secretion, and the fish and the rice had pretty much the same insulin secretion. So you can see on the graph, while it shows that the rice is a little bit higher, but when you look at the numbers, they're really close. All right. So the conclusion from this is that carbs are not fattening because of insulin response. If insulin automatically caused fat gain, you would get it from protein as well. So the take home from that is what we always have been saying, that the carbs are fattening to you because you're most probably eating way too much of it, and you're in a calorie surplus.
But this also does not touch on people who have like PCOS, menopause. Or
No.
It's just again,
it's a blanket statement.
People,
Exactly right. All right, here we go. This is a favourite of ours. Artificial sweetness. Oh my God, artificial sweetness is going to kill everyone on Earth. Yep. Soon there will be nobody left on Earth except people, vegans. But no, artificial sweeteners are terrible. All right. So this is a recent study in 2019. So this year, it showed that people who consumed artificial sweeteners did not weigh more than those who didn't. So again, this comes from the fact that there's some people saying that artificial sweeteners trick your brain into an insulin response. And again, that insulin response thing was dispelled by the previous test that we talked about. People who consumed artificial sweeteners did not weigh more than those who didn't. That's what I just said. Artificial sweeteners did not lead to people to be hungrier or eat more. Artificial sweeteners did not elevate the risk of various forms of cancer. Myths busted. Sweeteners do not trick your body into gaining weight or cause you to eat more or cause cancer. We see that all the time, and we've spoke about this so many times, that if they did, they would be instantly better. All right, we talk about always that if you want to lose weight, you put yourself into a calorie deficit, and if you want to gain weight, you
go into a calorie surplus.
Exactly right. So what that means is, if this is your basic calorie rate, this is what you burn, body burns at rest. If you eat more than that above, this will cause weight gain. Below that, that will cause weight loss. Now, a lot of people turn around, and I see this as well. Yeah, but I eat low calories and I'm still not losing weight. You know, it must be my thyroid. All right. But generally, it ends up being a problem of the person who is following this so-called. And most of the reasons are that you're tracking your calories only Monday to Friday.
Yeah, I know people like that.
Yeah. And the thing is then, a lot of people might be tracking calories really, really well.
Yep.
And then they have their cheat meal.
Their reward day.
Or their reward day. And if you've been on 1,600, I'm just bringing out numbers, you've been on 1,600 calories a day, and say that puts you under a 200 calorie deficit.
Yeah, give or take.
Yep. So say over 6 days, you're at a 1,200 calorie deficit. But then you throw in a 3,500, 4,000 calorie cheat meal,
and then you're in
which I see people do. That's going to put you straight into a surplus for the week, and you're not going to lose weight. Simple as that. So, yes, one bad meal or a period of eating bad can undo everything you've done all the week.
Yeah.
The other thing is that a lot of times the people are just guessing. They think they're in a calorie deficit, but they're actually not. They're just guessing. Or they are a bad estimator of calories and portion sizes.
Yes, so this comes back to, so a few days ago I got my fiance to actually download MyFitnessPal and use this. I taught her how to use it. Okay, you eat this much, but you eat this much bad food. And so that's what you're allocated.
Yep.
So she went and bought a muffin for a muffin break. And I'm like, okay, now log that.
Yep.
She goes, oh, it's not that much. You know the standard muffin sizes?
Yeah.
Ended up being 580 calories.
Yep.
She's like, oh, she didn't eat it. She ate half.
That's right.
So I used to have like 2 of them in one go.
Yeah.
No wonder. I'm like, yeah, well, now you've got to be very careful with sort of stuff. It may be small, but they're dense.
Exactly
Things
right.
are dense.
Exactly right. The other mistake you might be doing is that you are not tracking your veggies.
I admit, I don't track my veggies.
Yeah, but they still got a calorie value.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you are really want to get all your calories in control, well, then you need to track everything, and that includes vegetables. They're not tracking treats and nibbles.
That's the one thing that I'll have a couple of, like a bit of nuts here and there.
Yeah, that's I'm just going to have this handful of nuts, But if you actually track those, put those into MyFitness, you'll be shocked at how much calories it's got.
5.
They're making data entry errors, so that's just simple entry of numbers into whatever program you're using. Your stress eating, that can be a problem.
Yeah, this is a big thing for a lot of people.
And the last one is, you're not factoring in any alcohol.
No, alcohol again also has a caloric value.
Yes.
Every single food has a caloric value.
And alcohol can be an incredibly dense calorie value. So the first thing I tell people, everyone comes up to me and says, oh yeah, I want to drop a little bit of weight. I said, stop drinking.
Yeah.
I said, don't do anything else. Don't change your diet. Don't do anything. Just stop drinking. I may have told you the story years ago. I had a guy come in who wanted to lose weight, and we were talking about his nutrition, and he drank something like 6 to 10 500ml iced coffees a day.
I remember you saying that,
Yeah, and I told him stop doing that for a week, and he dropped 1.5 kilos.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, so he just didn't realise the calories he was bringing in. So that's just an interesting tidbit on I eat low calories. But look, I will add that there are some people who will have some sort of thyroid or hormonal issue.
Yeah.
But that's in a minority.
Yes.
But at the moment, based on what I see on social media, everyone has.
Yeah, these are all just blanket statements we're making. Just putting it out there as well.
Yep. All right, next one. Flexible versus restrictive diets. And this compared the risk of eating disorders in people on these two types of diets. So this is again a study in 2019 that compared the risk of eating disorders in restrictive or flexible dieters. So restrictive dieting is eliminating foods. So for instance, keto, paleo. So keto eliminates carbohydrates.
Yes.
Paleo does to a certain
extent. It's the only foods available, back in Paleolithic areas, which apparently is protein bars.
Yeah, apparently.
They were very readily available.
So whereas flexible dieters are people who focus on just total calories from all your foods, which is what you just talked about with your fiance. So the assessment was that they used a formula called EAT26. So EAT26 was used to assess eating disorder risk. So it gives you a score of up to 20. A score of 20 indicates a significant disorder risk. Obviously, the lower that score is, the less risk you have. So the findings were that the restrictive group scored 10 points higher than the flexible group. This is a big difference since 20 indicates a significant risk of an eating disorder. So the takeaway was Use flexible diet that focuses on total calories and macronutrients, not food elimination.
Yeah.
And I have always said that. Our body is designed to work on protein, carbs and fats.
Yeah.
Take something out and I think you're going to throw the whole system out.
Homeostasis goes insane. You throw your body out of homeostasis, which is the fact that your body's trying to keep all hormones balanced.
Yep.
Yeah. You throw that out, your whole body goes.
Yep. So that's it. That's for a few things that I've seen. Now I got all of these from Lane Norton's Instagram page. Bio Lane. If you look him up on Instagram, you can find these studies with the relevant links to all of them on his Instagram page. And that is one smart cookie to follow. If you're on Instagram, follow Lane Norton. He puts up some really cool shit. Very common sense. Dispels a lot of bullshit in the fitness industry.
Yeah.
Which is very good. That's it. Thanks, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. Catch you guys next time. See ya.
Bye-bye.